We're back. Ray Hat. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's been a week since I did one of these, and I just needed to take a break. I needed to slow down. I was getting a little too excited because of the draft. I wasn't focusing on myself. Stuff got carried away. All right? Be real. Just gonna fix my weed. Yeah, no, things are just life got ahead of me, and I had to catch up to it, right? And it's been a super good day. Mm. I woke up late for school. Yeah, that was because I didn't set an alarm clock last night. Sorry, there's a fly there. I had to try and kill it. But so yeah, I woke up late for school. After that, what did we do? What did we do after that? We went to school, called the school. I was really slow getting all my stuff together, so that's what I got to do a better job of is having all my stuff organized before I go to bed. Forward thinking, so I'll have to watch this podcast to remind myself. Which I do. I do review it and see what I can work better on for next time. And yeah, so here we are. Yeah, so what we're talking about today is it's a ton of stuff. Mm, I'll just start off with my day till we can get some folks rolling in here. And so yeah, I woke up late, got to the bus, super late, so super slow. Was walking down towards the bus. I watched my bus drive past me, which was super fun. I kind of was like, I'm not running because I don't run. Sorry, not a big guy on running, especially with all my stuff. And I was cold and I was barely awake. And yeah, so running wasn't gonna happen this morning. So I missed that bus, and I wasn't gonna catch it either way. So it's not like I can do anything there. Pardon me, losing track. Got on the bus after I called the school. Well, no, I sat outside for a while, like 20 minutes, waited for the bus. But then, yeah, so got on the bus, went towards school, had a started the day off at school, had some stuff to catch up on and whatnot, and did some stuff, and then had a kind of an argument with one of my chefs. I wanted to go for a break, and he uh he wasn't too happy that I was late and taking a break. So I got a little upset about that, but I had some time to think about it while I was outside, and I always try to reflect on this situation at hand, like why am I upset? Why am I angry? How can I fix this? What's going on? Because I don't like being upset. I don't like being angry. I want to be a happy guy. If any of you know me that are watching this, I'm a very happy guy. So there's stuff that I'm really, really trying to work on, really dig deep into the problems that are, causing me these anxiety attacks. And I haven't had one in a long time, but like what causes my anxiousness, what causes my anger, I'm trying to go into my own body and I'm trying to change those things for myself because you can do that. I've done it with drinking and, drugs. So at least, I believe I have. So anyways, not going to get into that today. I don't feel like that. But no, so yeah, trying to work on that whole, thinking about what the situation was, and I came to realization was what I was mad about was him being right. I shouldn't be showing up late to school, not prepared, missing my bus. All these things are my fault. I did it to me. Yes, last night I was very tired and I forgot to set an alarm, but maybe during the day right now, boom, right? Set my alarms. Here, I'm gonna get off Twitter, right? Boom, alarms are set. Don't have to worry about it now, right? Simple as that. I found a solution to my problem. It was my fault. I own it. I'm willing to own my own mistakes. As for what I was angry about was, like I said, he was right. He was right about me being late and then taking a break. I felt it was in my power and my right to have a break for the amount of time that I'd been working, right? So he was right, and I learned from that, and I really that changed my entire day because then I started thinking about what my friend had said last night about me doing another Dirty 30 and how I've been slacking, whatever you want to call it. I finally got that fly. It's been flying around my room today, 2 days. So I finally got it. I'm now focused. I'm now ready to do this. I'm now ready for the week. Monday is Probably my favorite day of the week. Surprisingly, to most. Even though it, like I said, so yeah, it changed my day, changed the way I thought. Um, and so yeah, I changed the way, just started doing everything, the way I normally work, and ended up being good. And I never had any bad thoughts after that. I was just excited to come home actually and get this podcast started because there's so much on my mind about hockey and sports and how I'm changing, and I could go on for days. And this will be a 2-hour podcast, by the way, from 5 o'clock Pacific time to 7 o'clock Pacific time. I will probably take interval breaks. What can you do? Everyone needs to drink. Everyone needs to eat food. I got an apple juice here. I got some water. I accumulated. I got a couple snacks around, so I won't have to go too far. But I do smoke. I do smoke pot. So, hope you don't leave the stream because I'm doing those types of things. But first topic we're gonna get into. First of all, I want to get this known that we're live. So I will post this on Instagram. Paste. Okay, so do that. And then I'm gonna back out of there. And I'm gonna go to my Twitter. Wherever you guys are. Coach Ray. I love that name. We're gonna do this. And I'm gonna copy that to the clipboard. I'm gonna go back to here. We're gonna enter. Then we're gonna go there. Paste. Delete that. No, get out of here. Bruh. There we go. And do that. Boom. I like that picture. All right. Perfect. So we're doing it. We're in it. What can we talk about? I don't know if I want to get right into the Jim Benning stuff until we got let's dive a little bit into the draft. All right? That's what we're going to start off with because geez, Jack Hughes. Okay? Jack Hughes. I mean, my God. The kid is going to be fucking he's going to be a Johnny Gaudreau type moving piece for any team that gets him. I think you can compare the two based on size. Patrick Kane, same thing, similar. Just amazing creativity. And even if he didn't play center and you drop to a wing, him and Pettersson or Pettersson to the wing, you're playing with the most amazing fire in the world. Capo Caco, I've heard a lot about him. Two-way guy is what I was reading. Sorry, I do. All right, sorry. You know my rules. I try not to be on my phone when I do my streams. So get rid of that. Capo Caco, I've been reading. I want to read a bit on him, and I'll pull up some stuff on him in a bit, if you guys would like to. So yeah, I've heard a lot about him. Actually, let's pull up something here. so that's just that. Okay, that's just that. That is the group, so we got that going on. Okay. Because I'd like to know a little bit more. There we go. Mock draft. Because I know a little bit about some of the for like Bowen Byram. I've seen him live. The guy's fucking out of. He's dominating that league, man. He's gonna come right in the NHL and be a machine. I swear. He's the Aaron Ekblad of this draft class. And if he can learn to stay healthy, he'll be what Aaron Ekblad was supposed to be. Period. He can skate, he can shoot, he can pass, he can break up play, he can do it all. The guy is he's a top 2 defenseman. There's no way I don't think he falls below into a top 3. I think he'll adjust the NHL game. He's a prototypical NHL defenseman for what the NHL is today. I think he is a caliber of like Pietrangelo, like that type of impact to the team that he plays for. Got a little sidetracked. And Pietrangelo didn't have it right away. It took him some time to get comfortable, but he didn't play badly. He didn't get outplayed. He was always a part of it. Dylan Cousins, big guy, sure. I think I'd have troubles if I was a GM at any team. I'd have troubles picking big centermen. I think there have been a lot of big, tall centermen in the draft, and I think a lot of older GMs, they get excited about that. And obviously, the potential is there. Like you think about top center Vincent Lecavalier. A beast, a fucking beast. You know what I mean? Like if you can get Ryan Getzlaf, I think here's a guy who Nolan Patrick is going to be Ryan Getzlaf. If he doesn't end up doing that on the Flyers, I think he'll do it somewhere else. But that's the type of player I think Nolan Patrick will be. I mean, you saw it when he got hit in the head. It was like a hit to the head, and then he went and hit somebody else. And he's going to become a mean player. I think he'll develop that spirit. I think Philly is the perfect place for him to develop that spirit. But let's be honest with Philly, they give up on players too fast sometimes, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not a huge follower of Philly, so maybe I'm just talking shit. I'll drop that subject right there because I don't know a lot about Philly. And I know how passionate their fans are. So, and my buddy, actually, his name's Jules. He loves Philly, and he'd probably be able to shed a little bit more light on that. But I think Nolan Patrick's going to be a beast. If he can stay healthy and have good training camps, then I think he'll be better. I think training camp is huge for any player, and I think a lot of, like you think about Anton Roussel, right? He didn't have a training camp. He didn't play right away in the season. Or no, I think he played the first day maybe? He did, but it took him till I remember that Tampa game where I really first noticed him as a Canuck, and I fell in love with him that day. I remember him going after Kucherov, and oh my gosh, just he wasn't backing down, and he got the Canucks into that game emotionally invested. And it just made me at that point take a notice. But there's also times where he frustrates me because I know how good of a player he can be. Where he doesn't continually that chippy game. I know there's got to be a balance too, because maybe you fight, you don't want to keep fighting guys or getting guys put into position. So I know there's a balance, but I like to see him being physical more often. I mean, you got what frustrates fans the most, and myself as well, is we hear all this talk about veteran presence in the locker room. And the boys, like this guy's good for the room. The Eric Goodbranson story. I can't stand that shit. Okay? And maybe it's because I don't know how valuable they are to the team. But at the same time, I think you got to look at the on-ice product as well. And the on-ice product the last, I mean, it's not great. And when you have guys like Louis Eriksson and guys like Brandon Sutter, and I'm sorry I'm naming these names off, but it's over $10 million of real life money. Real life $10 million, not fake $10 million. Real life 10 million into two players who I don't think have cracked 40 points since they've become a member of the team. I will watch my language today. That's something I'm working on because I think if I swear it, it's a showing of an emotional anger. I think I got this one too. Yeah, I did. Stupid flies. Sorry, apparently I had fruit flies in my room. Anyways, so not trying to swear. I totally lost train of thought because of that fly. I'm not a big fan of flies. Sorry, I know what I was talking about. Brandon Sutter and Louis Eriksson. And don't get me wrong, I've tried for 3 years to like both players. I've tried for 3 years. I've put up with them. I've gone, okay, maybe, and every single time I'm disappointed. And I'm just done investing emotion into those players because they don't deserve it. I'm sorry if you're going to look at me wrong as a fan of the team, but I want guys that I see going for it all. The fight that Roussel has, the fight that Bo Horvat has. Bo Horvat makes less than Louis Eriksson, and he's doing 100,000 times more than that guy. Okay? And I understand paying your dues in the NHL and becoming, when he signed the contract, he was coming off a good season. But damn, do you not have forward thinking, Jimbo? I understand the situation you were put into with Henrik and Daniel and an aging. You didn't look at the past history of those players before you became the general manager or as you were the general manager? Look, and this is where I'm going to get into this. I'm not even going to touch on Jim Benning. But wow, the Vegas Knights, man. I fucking salute you. The Vegas Knights, man. Second favorite team in the NHL, next to the Canucks, 100%. They just got Mark Stone, the guy I wanted in Vancouver, and he's going to have a great career. And that team's going to win more championships in their first 50 years of the fucking NHL than the Canucks will. And that's the bottom line. And as a fan of this team for my whole life, that hurts a little bit. That hurts a little bit for me to admit that. Because I can go to their page right now and I can look at that team and go, that team is good. Not only on paper, but on ice. And they showed and they demonstrated exactly how good they were against a fragile team in the Vancouver Canucks. And that's no disrespect to the Canucks. It's just what they are. They are very fragile. We're a breakable team. Like, danger, it's going to break. Like, oh my gosh. It sucks to watch this team get injured constantly. And boy, I do not wish that upon them. And it's just a series of unfortunate events at this point. With the two contracts that I just talked about, Louis Eriksson and Brandon Sutter. And please, Jim, look at it. Before you re-sign Edler and you go, oh my gosh, he might play 82 games again, go, oh my gosh, he might also play only 40. All right? And you sign that to 3 years with a no move clause, and you're attaching yourself to that. You're attaching the rest of this future to that. Pettersson, you're attaching to that. Besser, you're attaching that. Bo Horvat, you're attaching that to. And I love you, Eagle. Thank you for your service. we also salute you. But I want to try and I want to be a fan of this team, and I will be a fan of this team for the next 10 years. But please don't put us all through that same misery if that's the case. Understand the option that you have as a general manager of a team. Look at other teams and what they've done with their older players. And realize progress is going forward, not backwards. Look at your friend Peter Chiarelli, for example. Talking to you, Jim. Peter Chiarelli did not make those good decisions. He signed Chris Russell to what, a 5-year deal? The next season he was injured. Andrej Sekera will not be the same player he was for that team. Okay, those are guys in that age group. And Edler's older with a longer laundry list. And I mean a laundry list of injuries. I will look right now at Alex Edler. And I will look to see if he has played one full season as a Vancouver Canuck. One full season as a Vancouver Canuck. That is daunting. I think I just answered my own question. Okay. That's what we're talking about, Alex Edler. Since then. Like, you can't justify it. 45 games, 63 games, 74, 52, 68, 70. He's played half the season this year. And you're going to lock that up for maybe three more years? I could do 2. The Sedins took 2. Sedin's contract history. Anyways. Huh. I didn't realize they're 38. That seems wrong. It's crazy. Are they really? No. What? That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Are the Sedins really 38? That's insane. I'm glad they retired. Oh my gosh. Thank God. Oh, this is something that this is. Do you want to know why I say the Vegas Golden Knights are in better hands than any team in the NHL? Okay. Mark Stone just signed a new deal. He's only getting 2 million more. Easy money. That is questionable. If I think that might have been the one. Yeah. So he's got a 10 team. They can ask him. But at that price, I think that's a they don't really have a second line center, so that's justifiable. Cody Eakin gives him some depth. It's like, bruh. Pacioretty next year, 7, 5, 5. Okay, bro. 60 points. Probably gonna hit 60 points. Close to it, if that, for $5 million. I'd take for the next how long? 5 years? 4 years? 60 points, 60 points. Sure. Erickson makes $1 million more than that. And he can't score fucking 60 points. He'll never. Does he even have 60 points as a Canuck? Wow. Crazy. Okay, Jonathan Marchessault. Okay. Oh, look at the size of him. Oh, wow. Look at. Okay. $5 million. You know who makes 2 million less than him? Jay Beagle. You know who makes like 700K less than him? Brandon Sutter. Right? Very frustrating. Okay. Max Pacioretty. $7 mil? Sure. No, he's not doing 221. Doesn't have the right center, I guess. They did just get Mark Stone, so. He's had some injury problems too. I wonder if that'll end up being a bad deal. Hey, he's got 21 goals. What can you do? Erickson makes $1 million less. He doesn't have 21 goals, so who am I to talk about that for? He's good in the room though, guys. Fucking remember that. He can't score 21 goals, but he's good in the room. All right? Justify that. Justify it, please. Sit there and tell me, Jim, how you're investing $6 million a year on a guy who's good in the room. A guy who's good in the room for $6 mil? You can hire a therapist for less, bro. You could spend $6 million on staff that could actually scout players and get you Jonathan Marchessaults and Riley Smiths that are in the primes of their careers making average money in the NHL. As a fan, I get to appreciate Loui Eriksson for $6 million a year. I invested 3 years into trying to be okay with the guy. I'm done. Same with Brandon Sutter. He's not a foundational nothing. He can barely stand on his own 2 feet. And I'm sorry if that sounds wrong coming out, but seriously. I'm a fan of your franchise. I've been a fan for as long as I can remember. But you can't tell me that it's the same thing anymore. Okay, you hired Jimbo to try and retool. You stalled the rebuild is what you did. And you can't call it anything different. You stalled the rebuild. You could have got assets for players on that team. No, you probably couldn't have. They were all injured. You could have got assets. No, you could have. Alex Edler. 5 years ago. What could you have gotten for Alex Edler? Just said fucking and blew the damn thing up. I don't want to get back to that place. I don't want to go there. I swore, so obviously I'm getting frustrated. Let's bring it down. Tiny notch. But for what Ryan Reeves does at 270, 2.75 mil. Oh god, I was crossing my fingers he would have went to free agency. But like a good GM, they signed him to a good deal. For what he brings, what he does to the team, you can justify paying that. He intimidates players. He makes it so okay. Don't touch ours. Right? Belmar, good depth guy. I bet you they re-sign him to a year deal. $1 million, maybe less. You could even put in Cody Glass in there and not re-sign him. Perfect. You just saved $1 million. That $1 million that you just spent on Mark Stone. Good for you. Smart cat managing. Didn't realize it was rocket science. Cody Glass, perfect fit for that role too. Sheltered minutes, 10 minutes a night. Underneath of Cody Eakin, Paul Stastny, William Karlsson. You could put him on a line with Ryan. Alex Tuch. Alex Tuch. I love this deal more than anything in my life. Oh, when I first watched Alex Tuch play against the Canucks in Minnesota, man. Does that not make your skin crawl? That the Canucks are paying Louis Eriksson that much money, and you got Alex Tuch. Like, this was what Jake Virtanen was supposed to be. And I'm sorry, you can't hit on every pick, and Jake Virtanen is going to be a good player once he's healthy. And I love Jake, and I think he can come around. I do have the faith, sorry. But who did the Canucks draft that year? 2014 draft. There was a Jake Virtanen draft too. Bet you anything. I just want to have a moment of silence. It's hilarious. So, this is a Jim Benning piece right here. Let's just do.
I gotta use the washroom, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. So. Re-edit it. Fuck off. Pardon me. Fuck. Alright, I'll be back. It's my break time. Went for an hour clean. Think I deserve a break now. I have had that issue before where that guys. I won't be too wrong. Yo, yo, yo. Okay, well, it's not all bad news bears from there.
I'm not going to be like that. We can. So, I've been talking a lot about Vegas. I love what their franchise is doing. I'm sorry. It's hard not to love it. It's really hard not to love. I haven't even gone through the whole thing, and I'm already like Brandon Peary. You know, what's he doing? 40, 15 points in 25 games, and he's in the minors now. Same points, and what was that? Where is he? Frank Carpenter.
Sorry, I'm just being active on my Twitter. You guys can see this. So. Alright, I'm gonna stop the stream here, guys. Yeah, I think it was here. You know what? I'll take another quick break, and I'll come back and do a segment.
Why you eat the candy bar? You always eat the candy bar. Why you always eat the candy bar? But what I would have makes you eat the candy bar. Don't mind when you eat the candy bar. You know what they did?
All right.
All right. So let's get to the matter at hand. And that's our beloved Canucks. Big year. Big ol' year. He's off the books. Okay, Derek Dorsett's off the books 2-6. He's been on IR, so it doesn't change anything. Let's start from the bottom. Sven Baertschi. Feels bad. Brandon Sutter. 2 more years? Just buy him out. Fuck it. I don't know. Can you get something for him? Can you suck back half that cap? Can you do that? Demko. Okay. What's the kid get? Bridge deal, 3 years? Same as Markstrom, same money? Wouldn't be surprised. No, okay, and what does Markstrom get next year? UFA. Big fucking question mark here, dude. Big question mark there. Coming on the opposite side of 30. You got a guy right here. Okay? This is huge for the Canucks. Huge. Huge. Look. Markstrom's gonna want some big boy bucks. Okay? Big boy bucks. Luke Schenn, I'd sign depth. Bieg is always gonna be here. Depth guy. Put him in the minors. Ben Hutton. Getting raised, making 4 or 5 now. Ben Hutton's making 4. And that's okay. Here's another one. Okay? Ben Hutton. Okay? I'm going to look past Edler. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do. I just be smart about it. And I think 2 years max. I'm just comparing it to a team that's in a better position than us, right? Can I not go by those statistics? Okay, so Ben Hutton. All right. He's getting a lot of offensive and defensive zone starts compared to Colin Miller, who's getting 60%, 10% more. So Ben Hutton's in the $4.5 million range. He's better than Colin Miller. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to go and do it better statistically. So this is him right now, -4, plays about 19 minutes a game. Blocks, hits, giveaways, takeaways. Go to Ben Hutton. All right, so Ben Hutton on this. Canucks are a lot worse offensively, so you got to get that and take that in perspective. And they one power play goal. Shots 104. So what does he have for shots? So Ben Hutton does have the better shot, essentially. Time on ice, time on ice. So let's take a look. So Ben Hutton's getting a raise. Ben Hutton's making $4.5–5 million based on what I'm seeing in this alone. Giveaways, he doesn't give the puck away a lot. He doesn't take the puck away a lot, but he doesn't make them. He doesn't make mistakes, right? Compared to last year where he's in his head, fix that, right? Less games. Ben Hutton's having a great year. Oh. Okay, so Ben Hutton getting the raise. Good for you. Gotta give you a clap. Okay. You just deal with this one and you close your eyes and you just wait till it's gone. You just close your eyes and you just... It's gone! And that's it. And that's that deal. Okay, Tanner Pearson, fine, 26 years old. Flip a coin, see if his career turns around. Spooner, sure, I'll deal Spooner for a year. Cool. Got Ryan Spooner and Tanner Pearson. Cool. 6 million. 6 schmil for Guy. Okay. It's a huge coin flip there. Bingo Benning. Ugh. Brandon Peary. 25 games. 25 games. 15 points. 650K. You know who else makes more than him? Played more? Tanner Pearson. Okay, cross fingers. Maybe he does something. Maybe he does a good job. He's got a goal. He's got a penalty. Sure. Let's hope so, because if not, fine. To get rid of him, I guess. I don't know. So he does. Maybe you can sign him to a really cheap deal at the end of the fucking contract. I don't know. Maybe you can somehow get an asset for him down the road. I just exited that, didn't I? I didn't mean to do that. I thought it was the whole page. My bad. Vancouver, like, you're right there with the money. You're right there with the money. Okay. Right. So you got a couple more picks this year. Couple more 6th round picks. None up here. None up here. You know who does have more picks up there than you? And has a better team than you? They've been in the NHL for a year and a half. Half and a half. They might win the fucking cup this year. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. They made it to the Stanley Cup Finals last year. They just acquired Mark Stone, Paul Stastny. Mark Stone, Paul Stastny, and Max Pacioretty. They didn't get worse. They got better. They got better than last year, and that last year was their first frickin' year. And now they got better players. Guys who are going to score those goals, unlike David Perron did. Just wait next year. Just wait. They're going to go in a big splash. They got money this year. They can get Panarin. Why not? Why not get Panarin? Why not get Anders Lee? Why not get more players? Cody Glass is going to be there next year. Wouldn't be surprised if somehow one of these players makes it. They got some Russian dude coming who's got stats as good as Panarin, who's going to sign next month. So Panarin goes there too. Have 2 Panarins. The greatest dynasty in history. In your first fucking 2 seasons. Sitting there watching Jim Benning fumble around with no trade clauses. I'm sorry, but that is the reality that you look at, Canucks fans. It's on paper. It's there. It's dead in the face. I love Bo Horvat. He's going to be a great captain. But my point being is, yeah, Roussel, fine. You got Jay Beagle now. You got Jay Beagle now.
You got him. So you live with that. You got Jay Beagle. You can't move him. You could maybe, I don't know. Do you do that? How stupid do you look? Trading and signing a guy. I don't know. Bad news bears for me if I'm a agent going there. Maybe Barry Trotz wants him back in Long Island next year. Maybe he says, you know what? Maybe we do miss you, Beegs. 2 years left. Right? Can Benning do stuff like that? Please. You suck a little bit of cap back? I don't know. Progressive thinking. You could do this both with Brandon Sutter. Get assets. Manage your cap space. You can't get rid of both, obviously, but they'll probably bridge Josh Levo. I would. Give him another year. They'll obviously extend Granlund because this team can't go one game without. Well, he's in the press box, so maybe not. Him and Tim Scheller might be getting out. I don't know. They gotta have a different team next year. You can't sit there and dress this roster. It doesn't make sense. It's a lot of money locked up. One more year of Chris Tanev. Chris Tanev. Never played a full season. I'm fucking hungry, guys. Starting to snack. All right, that's all I'm trying to do. I'm gonna study the Vegas Golden Knights, man. I will study that team in every single move George McPhee makes. They have an amazing head coach in Gerard Gallant. This team, I'm telling you, they have $13 million in cap space. Who doesn't want to come to Vegas now? State that's tax-free. What an amazing move that the people want to call him the asshole Bettman getting a franchise in Vegas. What an amazing business investment. How can you not want to follow this team? They're great in a great city. Cheaper to go there and watch a Vegas game against Canucks than it is to go to Vancouver. We gotta do something here, Francesco. We gotta give the team something to watch. The guys who buy these things. One guy. Oh, it's just one guy. Just one guy. You know, there's another franchise coming into the NHL soon. Seattle. Imagine how embarrassing it would be to watch Vegas and Seattle win a championship before the Canucks. Just imagine how embarrassing that would be. As a business owner, watching team by team pass you by. Salt in the fucking wounds, I'll tell you that, after spending all that money. After continually all this money, you're working hard, you're churning the gears to make this company run, and you're watching two brand new franchises suck it all in? Ooh, Francesco! Your dad's gonna be mad about that one. Can you fucking imagine, dude? Oh. Hey, how you doing? We'll go over to chat. Okay, I gotta... Oh no. Not let me test. Google. No. I don't wanna... No, I'm talking about hockey. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that. It's really weird. Really weird request to start off with. But I hope you're doing well. That's cool if you are famous. So yeah, eventually I'm going to get a sports management degree and I'm gonna study what the Vegas Golden Knights did. I want to know everything about them. Whatever they did. In the time that they had, they built an amazing franchise. This team will win multiple championships. Just by the way they're building it. It's almost like they're using the what the Oakland A's did in Moneyball. Oh, that's too bad. Bloodluster. Who is that? Okay. Still talking about the Golden Knights because I'm stunned by what they've done. I'm shocked by their roster choice. They picked guys all in the same age group. You know, guys that get along, had the similar interests. There's like one older guy. There's like a few older guys. Like gritty, grindy older guys too. Like Pat. It's so genius. They've taken advantage of every NHL team and used it against them to their advantage. And they got in there and they're like, and built this Godzilla potential like team. I'm unbelievably stoked about the Golden Knights. I'm gonna follow this team. It's just happening. Like, they're that intriguing to me now. They're that intriguing to me. I bet I put money on them winning a cup this year. If not this year, next year. They might even be able to win 2. They'll get better over the offseason. They will. They'll get better over the offseason. It's just going to happen. They're not going to get worse. There's no way this team gets worse over the offseason. It's just... You have to be some sort of stupid to fuck this up. I'm literally sitting on a gold mine in Vegas. And you're just going to attract people now. You saw how fucking fast Mark Stone signed the papers, dude? See how fast he signed those papers? In a heartbeat. He knows what's coming in Vegas. He sees it with his own eyes. He can. That's what Anton Roussel said in the interview he did with Botchford. I can see what's there. I want to be a part of that. Sure. Understandable. Hot in Vegas, women, games, play. Fucking right. You don't think a Panarin and a Bobrovsky? Well, I don't know if you get Bobrovsky there because you don't need Bobrovsky with Fleury, but we got Mark Stone. Erik Karlsson's a nice looking free agent. Name dropping, baby. Alright. I'm out. I think this is good. This was a fun stream. But I think I'm going to call it here, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for enjoying. My name is Ray.